Last season's 400 Thunder Pro Slammer Championship was a real David versus Goliath affair. 11 times champion John Zappia versus newcomer Paul Mouhayet. And like all the sporting classics, the fight went down to the final round.
Zapp's got the wall! Mouhayet's across the line! Mouhayet is the champion! Woo!
Mouhayet's win at the Winter Nationals was the icing on the cake for the Moits racing driver. But all that is now history. It's a new season of 400 Thunder, and it commences in Australia's top end.
Welcome to Nitro Up North. It is a fantastic to be here at the opening round of the 400 Thunder Series for this new championship season. The first round of racing is not too far away. I'm going to welcome my co-commentator for the day, Rob Oberg, to the microphone. And Rob, this promises to be one hell of a spectacular event.
Oh, there's no question about that. Nitro Up North is always the highlight of the season up here. But for us, it's the start of a whole new season. And that's what it's all about, because all of these guys are on 0 points. And it starts again.
Absolutely, and 0 points is the key. But last season, let's talk about some of the championships that we've got. It obviously is the first round of the championship for Pro Slammer and Top Bike. Let's talk Pro Slammer first up. What a championship season it was, and it all culminated with that semi-final matchup between Paul Mouhayet and John Zappia at the Winter Nationals.
That's exactly right. It started up here, then by the Winter Nationals it was down to a race for the final. This is what went on. Who won this race, won the championship, and John Zappia, out of the groove, touched the wall.
Incredible race when you consider that it was that round of racing that won the championship. They went backwards and forwards all year long. It was a heavyweight battle. That was what it was about. And the emotion that came out of the teams after that win, it was just incredible, mate.
There's no question about that. It meant so much to Paul Mouhayet. What it did, it showed the pressure of that whole season came down to one race, and when it was over, it was almost the floodgates open.
It's incredible to think that that was Paul Mouhayet's first year in Pro Slammer, Rob. First time driving these style of cars. He's no stranger to quick cars, but nonetheless, to come out and get over the top of guys like John Zappia, it was an incredible performance.
Well, what you can be sure of course, is that John Zappia is going to be burning from that. The 11-time Australian champion is going to throw everything at this event. But as you say, for Paul Mouhayet and the team to come from rookie status at this event last year and to go through and win the whole deal, just an amazing performance.
Yeah, thanks for that, Rob and Rusty. As we take a look at the recap of last season's Pro Slammer finalised points here, Paul Mouhayet had champion 756 points. John Zappia nipping at his heels in second place. Mark Balleri third. We won't see him this season. New driver for that team. Ben Bray in fourth. Frankie Taylor rounding out the top five. As we start this new season for the 400 Thunder Pro Slammer Championship here at the Nitro Up North Hidden Valley Racetrack. Rob Oberg joins me back up on the microphone. Here we are. This is the all-run format. First round of racing, first pairing out. Who have we got?
Well, Marty Dack to take on Emilio Spinozzi. Marty Dack in the Mustang across from Perth, Western Australia. And Spinozzi, well, he's a newcomer to Pro Slammer. Formerly raced in Pro Stock, the Sydney side are making a great debut in this beautiful Chevelle.
Yeah, it's only his third event out in this race car. You know, the first two events they've done pretty well for a rookie team. Won a couple of races at his opening event against some tough competition as well. Marty Dack in the lane beside him.
Well, he was one of the real, I guess, surprises at the Gulf Western Oil Winter Nationals at Willowbank to end the season. Some big performances there, and he's towed all the way from Western Australia to see whether he can continue with that momentum.
He ran some great 570 elapsed times at the season-ending Winter Nationals at Willowbank Raceway. Marty Dack, a team definitely to watch, really stepping up their performance.
We've got 12 cars that have headed to Darwin for the Nitro Up North this first round of of the 400 Thunder Pro Slammer Championship, the first race of the season, and Marty Dack has already put a stranglehold on this one, Mark.
And he has a 5.92. He opens up the season with a win there. They've got to be ecstatic with that. Josh McLennan on the start line with Rusty.
Sensational into the fives, and Josh McLennan, crew chief for Marty Dack. That's points on the board and the first championship points of this new season.
Yeah, mate, we all had a challenging day yesterday. Got to give it to the boys up here. They've done an exceptional job overnight, really got to hand it to them. By the looks of it, we might have been a little bit too conservative, but, come back out for the next run, hope for the best. Yeah, can't complain.
Mate, congratulations. Go down and get your driver and get ready for the next round.
Thank you very much.
Well, Josh McLennan there, crew chief for Marty Dack. Josh is actually Victor Bray's grandson, so a real chip off the old block. The teams did get an opportunity to test yesterday. It's always a bit tricky for these guys coming up for a once-a-year event in Darwin, but as Josh was saying, the track team have done a fantastic job on preparing this quarter mile for these cars. The traction is clearly a lot better than they thought, Mark.
Yeah, definitely. 5.92 in that open pairing there. It shows that the track has got some bite. We should see some pretty quick performances here in round one. Next pairing out, Kelvin Lyle taking on Sam Fennick.
Yeah, Kelvin Lyle in the Mustang. We're riding on board with him as he reverses up after his burnout. And of course, Sam Fennick in the App Shop Camaro. Well, went all the way to a final down at Sydney for the Gulf Western Oil Nitro Thunder. He'd be very keen to go one better here this weekend.
Well, he really stepped up in that second half of the season. That season that's just finished with Sam Fennick. That App Shop Camaro, these guys have found some form, some consistency as well, getting some win lights on their racetracks. Definitely a team to watch.
And Kelvin Lyle is a very solid performer in this Mustang. You couldn't pick a winner here. We're running under the all-run 3-round system. So all 12 cars have the opportunity to run in the first 2 rounds of racing. The top 2 point scorers then race off for the championship final. The others contest round 3 for more points. Lyle a bit loose there. That might be all that Sam Fennick needed.
Sam Fennick with the win, 5.98, 399 kilometres per hour there. He continues on his good form. He gets a win here in round 1. That was a good race from both teams there. Looked like Lyle had some issues just on the hit there, went towards the centre line. He had to back up, had to pedal it. Sam Fennick, no drama, straight through the finish line.
Yeah, Lyle tried to come back at him, but, you give Sam Fennick a bit of a start like that, you're never going to run down that App Shop Camaro, that is for sure. I'll tell you what, Lyle was a little bit busy inside that car.
He was, yeah, a bit of movement there. He said drag racing was a straight line sport.
Big crowd in here at Hidden Valley as well. Fantastic to see. Now, speaking about Hidden Valley, here's Matt Abel, one of the locals.
You talk about your home track advantage. Matt Abel here. He's done a lot of laps on this track.
He's actually the president of the Hidden Valley Drag Racing Club and has had a lot to do with putting this event together and running for Speed Talk there in the 57 Chevy. He is taking on Frankie Taylor. We've had him in Australia, well, right across the previous season, running for Team Bray Racing and Gulf Western Oil. This is actually his farewell appearance in this Corvette.
Oh, that makes me a bit sad. I don't want to see Frankie Taylor go.
Yeah, he's been a great character on the scene, that's for sure, but he's got a very, very packed season coming up in the United States. So, here we go. Frankie Taylor to take on Matt Abel.
Really anyone's race here at all, Matt Abel, home track advantage, a lot of laps. Frankie Taylor, I think it's the first time this team's been here, Rob.
Yeah, he missed Darwin last year. So virtually this almost completes his circle, so to speak.
He's done the tour of Australia.
And he's been doing a little bit of tourist stuff too and finding out about crocodiles and all the things that the Americans love to discover in the top end.
Can he add a win in round 1? I think he might. He's streaking away. Frankie Taylor gets the win. Runs a 5.98. Just 5.90 seemed to be the course of the action here in round 1 of racing for Pro Slammer.
Yeah, have a look at this, and there you go. Matt Abel got loose very quickly off the start line. Frankie Taylor straight on down the middle, 394 kilometres an hour across the finish line, so he wasn't hanging about.
Not at all. So we're seeing 590, 590, 590 from that first three pairings Pro Slammer. A couple of cars have overstepped the mark as well, but it's been a pretty good show so far.
I tell you, on that onboard shot, you just saw Taylor disappear into the distance very quickly. Well, here's Taylor's teammate, Ben Bray, in the other Gulf Western Oil Corvette. And, well, who does he line up beside? Dad. Victor Bray in the 57 Chevrolet.
Now, have they raced each other before?
Yeah, many times.
Many times?
But not recently. Of course, Victor had a whole season off with some serious health issues, and we're very pleased to say that Victor's now a cancer survivor. Back behind the wheel of the 57 Chevrolet. Made his comeback at the Gulf Western Oil Winter Nationals in June, and here he is kicking off the whole new season of 400 Thunder Pro Slammer racing at the Nitro Up North, and a real crowd favourite.
You know what? I give Victor a real shot here because I know that lane that Benny's in. We've had a few cars overstep the mark. You know, they've struggled to get down.
Yeah, father and son, but I got to tell you, they would rather beat each other than any other person in the field. There's a lot of bragging rights in the workshop. Victor's come out pretty well. Tell you what, he's ahead of Ben. Just the top end charge from Ben Bray brought the Corvette home. I thought Victor was going to get that one.
That was a pretty close race there. Benny Bray, 6:33 beats a 6:43 from Father Victor.
Let's ride on board with Vic. Yeah, he had to get on and off the throttle. And there's his son starting to drive away in the top end. There wasn't much in that. We were always going to see a Bray win. It just depended which one. Great race down there, Rusty.
Ugly, but a win is a win. I'm down here with Sam Bray, Benny's wife. Sam, a win on the boards, unfortunately over your teammate and father-in-law, but still points on the board.
You will not see a bigger rivalry than those pair. He will be one happy boy.
Absolutely. John Zappia coming through the water box now, guys.
Well, here's a man that is going to want to grab all the points he can. He is still smarting after losing the championship last season to Paul Mouhayet in that dramatic finale of the Gulf Western Oil Winter Nationals. He is up against Daniel Gregorini. This should be a good run.
Yeah, well, it's a couple of Western Australian boys here on track, but you think about it, John Zappia, the last two seasons we've had Mark Valeri champion, Paul Mouhayet champion. You know, John Zappia is probably in a position he's not used to at the moment.
Well, he won so many championships in a row. The idea of somebody else holding the title is totally foreign to him. And he's going to be very keen to get his championship assault underway in the best possible manner by scoring maximum points if he can here at the Nitro Up North. This is a fantastic facility that the Northern Territory government has provided the community up here. And it's great to see this huge crowd pack in for the event as well.
Daniel Gregorini here looking to take out John Zappia round one. I tell you what, he's got a hole shot. And you know why he's got the hole shot? Because there's a red light on the tree. John Zappia, 5.72. That is how you make a mark in round one of Pro Slammer, Rusty.
Good way to start the new championship season, a win in the bank and points on the board.
Yeah, no, it was good. Yesterday through was a curveball with the testing, and we took a lot of clutch out, and the track's been prepped really nice today, and hopefully we can improve from there. But yeah, it's good.
5.72, it's a big improvement from everybody, what we saw yesterday, with the exception of a handful of cars. What was the mindset coming into this one? Because conditions not exactly like what we saw yesterday.
No, it was a bit more humid, and there's a bit more heat in the track, so we basically left the same tune as last night, and a few minor little changes here and there, and got it down the track, and now we've got some data for today's track, and we'll go from there.
Let's ride along with Daniel Gregorini and look out the window. You can see John Zappia starting to march away. The red light didn't cost him the race, that's for sure. It was the fact that John Zappia had way too much for Gregorini on that first round matchup.
Yeah, 5.72, that is a really good pass. Now we've got the champion, the man, Paul Mouhayet, to take on the rookie, Mark Hinchelwood.
Well, last year, Paul Mouhayet had his first ever Pro Slammer race here at the Nitro Up North at Darwin's Hidden Valley. And we move forward 12 months and it's Mark Hinshelwood climbing into the former championship winning AC Delco Monaro, and it's Hinshelwood having his first ever paired race in Pro Slammer, and he's up against a champion. You might as well make it a tough one first up.
That's it. Might as well just throw yourself into the deep end. Here we go. Let's take on the Mouhayet racing team. Paul Mouhayet. What can they do here? They're defending their championship. They did pretty well last season here at the Hidden Valley race.
Yeah, runner-up last year at this event. They'll be trying to go one better here. Mark Hinshelwood done his licensing at Sydney Dragway with a fair bit of testing as well in the AC Delco Monaro. And of course, Paul Mouhayet from Mouhayet, Komatsu, Mack Trucks in the Mustang. Hinshelwood red lights goes too soon. It's all Paul Mouhayet. Can he match Zappia? 577. Yes, he does. I bet Rusty Gregory's got a very relieved crew chief down there.
I do, but they'd be happier if they ran low ET this first round. Down here with Glenn Davies from the Mouhayet racing team, mate. 1 point between you and Zapp in the championship. I know it's only one round, but we're already counting points.
Yeah, it's early on. I mean, we wanted to go a little bit quicker than that, but we sort of set ourselves up pretty well last night, so we got some data on where we want to be on, round 2 and round 3. So
really, the first 2 rounds are about making the final, aren't they? It's not anything else. Just get enough points to make it into that final.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Like you need to take each round as it comes and beat the guy in the other lane next year and make it through to the next round. So we're happy with that. We'll be back for round 2.
Thanks, Skip.
And the championship starts off the way it ran all last year, but this time it's John Zappia 1 point ahead of Mouhayet. Marty Dax right up there. Frankie Taylor and Sam Fennick and Ben Bray are the guys that got wins in the first round. They'll need to back that up with wins in the second round. Then it's the top 2 point scorers go into the championship final while all the others race off for the minors.
Stay with us. Round 2 coming up, the all-important round. We will get our 2 finalists here at the Pro Slammer event, Hidden Valley, Nitro Up North.
Welcome back to Nitro Up North. We thought we'd take a little bit of a walk on through one of the most unique experiences in the 400 Thunder Series, and that is coming to Darwin to race here at Hidden Valley. The reason it's so unique is because of this garage setup. Almost every other time we go racing in the 400 Thunder Series, it means that these teams work out of their trailers. That's why they've got these huge semi-trailers, sometimes B-doubles, full of race parts, full of equipment to allow them to rebuild these cars between rounds, often changing engines, changing gearboxes, even doing chassis work. Another Western Australian racer here, I'm going to go over and try and grab Daniel Gregorini in the scratch and match auto colour Camaro. Dan Gregorini, mate, you've travelled over from Western Australia. Great to be up here in Darwin again, and the car seems to be performing pretty well for you so far.
Yeah, well, we haven't been here for 3 years, so it's great to come back. There's spectators are killer. It's a great facility, great weather. Yeah, so since we've been here, we've got an auto in the car now with a converter, so it took us a couple laps last night to get it right, and on our 3rd test run we went 92. So yeah, just a bit of bad luck on that one. Driver error, accidentally bumped the shift button too early and went 605, but you get that, so. Sam
Fennick was a man who got the win, but it's come at a cost. Sam, talk us through it.
Yeah, look, the car left really well. It shook. I didn't see Kelvin anywhere, so I pedalled it and got it to the back. Finished the race, got off the throttle, the car was all over the track, and I thought, wow, that's not normal. So we jacked it up and had a look underneath, and we've broken the chassis there, so we won't be back out tonight, unfortunately.
And it's not something that you can obviously fix. The chassis in these cars are very intricate pieces of machinery. They look very brutish when they're out on the racetrack, but when it comes down to it, you need to make sure everything is okay before you send these things down the racetrack. Yeah,
look, you know what? You can't just patch it together with some glue, mate. We've got to get it back home, and, you know, we find a weak link in the car, we make it stronger, and, you know, that's, I guess, the way they evolve over time.
I'm down here in the AC Delco Pro Slammer pit area with a very, very happy debutant, even though it was a red light and it was lost. But Mark Hinshelwood, you go through and you ran very close to a PB in this car, mate.
Yeah, we're having an absolutely fantastic time. The AC Delco Pro Slammer is absolutely hauling. A little bit of rookie error, call it rookie nerves, but we're having a great time. Boys are servicing the car, doing a great job, and we are absolutely loving it.
And you talk about yourself being a rookie, but you're not a rookie in the true sense of the word. I mean, you've driven very quick altereds, you've driven very, very quick funny cars, sprint cars as well. You're not a true rookie, but this is a different deal altogether.
I'm going to tell you right now, Rusty, when Fab called me a couple of weeks prior to the Winter Nationals and said, hey, I want you to drive my car, I said to him, you know what, I think transitioning into this thing would be pretty easy. Far out. This thing is an absolute handful. These Pro Slammers are absolutely off tap. It has not been an easy transformation, and I've got to say right now, big shout out to Gary Phillips to be able to jump out of a funny car and into a door slammer, because they are so different.
One guy who's looking pretty relaxed and pretty chilled is Frankie Taylor, our American visitor from Texas. Mate, great to have you over here again, but you guys are pretty much ready to go down here.
Yeah, we're getting everything ready. We still got to put the chutes back in and stuff like that, but we're getting pretty close on the thing. I think Ben's almost done with his car. They're just cooling down, and looks like Victor's car's almost done. So hopefully pretty soon we'll be ready to go, and hopefully have a good next round.
Welcome back to Darwin's Hidden Valley Dragway. We're at the Nitro Up North, the opening round of the 400 Thunder Pro Slammer Championship. The Territorians have packed into this place. The sun is set, but it's still a nice, comfortable 27 degrees in July.
I'm sure the drivers are pretty happy that the sun's going down. And the good thing is when the sun goes down, it keeps a little bit of heat in the track as well. The cool air comes in. That usually means better performances from the teams. And I'm expecting it here with Benny Bray on track, taking on Daniel Gregorini for the Scratch and Match team.
Yeah, Ben Bray for Gulf Western Oil and Team Bray Racing in the Corvette. And we heard from Daniel Gregorini with Rusty Gregory in the break. And he's pretty pumped up. I mean, the car's running well for him. Made a little mistake on the shift in the first round. I reckon he's ready to take it to Ben Bray here. Ben, of course, he got a win in that first round. This is all important. He needs a win here and a quick time.
Yeah, the thing with that first round of racing for Benny, he didn't pick up any bonus points ET-wise. He was the slowest of our winners, you could say, where Gregorini went a good pass, the 6-0.
Yeah, game on, that is for sure. Round 2, Pro Slammer, Nitro Up North in Darwin.
Absolutely anyone's race here. Gregorini had the lane choice, even though he lost in that first round of racing. He's taken that lane closest to the screen. Both cars out there. Benny Bray with the hole shot by a 1/10 of a second. Neck and neck. Benny Bray gets there. It is a hole shot win. 604 defeats a 594. 500 win margin there for Team Bray.
Sam, sometimes your driver wins one for you. A 604 wasn't what you were looking for, but it got the win nonetheless thanks to that hole shot.
It was. He got close to the wall, but he's good. He knows what he's doing. He's amazing.
He's got a habit of driving through these situations lately. He tends to get over near the wall. Maybe he's learning a thing or two from the madman Frankie.
Maybe. He knows he's going to be in trouble when he gets back, so...
Yeah, Benny's in trouble when he gets back to the pits here. We look at the replay, absolutely nothing there. Great pass from Team Gregorini as well.
Well, here we are inside Matt Abel's 57 Chevrolet. The Territorian was slated to run up against Marty Dack, but Dack hasn't made it to the start line this round. The team have been thrashing since round 1, doing an engine change. They haven't quite been able to get it done in time, but hopefully we'll see him out for round 3. The good news for Matt Abel, of course, he gets a free ride.
That he does here on this pass. It's terrible to see Marty Duck not getting the lane beside him, but hopefully they get that car sorted and we see him in round 3 of racing. But Matt Abel gets the freebie here. No pressure on the team. He can take his time, stage the car, just make sure everything is absolutely perfect, get the revs right, bumper in, and just worry about his run.
Well, Matt's a very busy boy this weekend as president of the drag club, also running in a funny car, and he's got 2 kids of his running junior dragster. Man, he's busy.
That's what it's all about, family sport drag racing, but have a look at that. He's all over the place.
That car's broken something. I saw something come out of the back of the car. It has definitely broken something in the rear end suspension. He's got very little control, and it's just not pulling up.
I've never seen anything like that before. I have no idea what happened there. That thing was all over the place. He couldn't slow down.
There is obviously some fluid. He's still just rolling. Man, this is a weird one. Not sure what went on there, Rusty Gregory. You got any idea at all?
That was a weird one. Something was definitely wrong under the back of that car, whether it was oil under the back of it, under the tyres, or whether something broke in the rear end. It was interesting, though, right on the launch, right on the hit, you mentioned that something blue came out the back of the car. It actually looked like an ice cream container. It was fairly torn up by the time it came out the back, so I'm not sure if maybe something was left in the car after the turnaround time in the between the pits. Either way, when it came out, it actually had oil in that container, and as it's going down the track, obviously, whatever it was got worse and worse and worse, and as you can see, fairly spectacular moment for Matt Abel, even if it was only going at around about 20 or 30 miles per hour, guys.
Just heard news from the deep end. The tail shaft is out of that car. It's broken the 4-link suspension and taken the brake lines out. No wonder he had such a wild ride. Have a look at him.
I've never seen anything like this. They're noises you don't want to hear in the car.
He would have been wondering, what the hell?
He would have no idea what's going on there. All right, we get into our next pairing here for round 2 of Pro Slammer. We got the Fabietti Racing Team, the rookie Mark Hinshelwood in the AC Delco Monaro. He's going to be taking on the madman Frankie Taylor for Gulf Western Oils and Team Bray Racing.
Well, Frankie has been competitive at every single event he's raced in Australia. First time out, picked up the win. And I mean, he's been to plenty of finals. And now Mark Hinshelwood, the rookie in the AC Delco Monaro, gets to run in his international race. He is a Kiwi. He's migrated across the Dutch, now lives in Sydney. And so we got the Kiwi up against the American.
Yeah, Hinshelwood looking for his first ever round victory here in Pro Slammer. Can he take out the madman, Frankie Taylor? Frankie in the first round, he got a win, ran a 5.98.
And he looked fairly calm and confident in that pit interview with Rusty Gregory earlier on.
That's just Frankie Taylor, isn't it?
There it is, the Gulf Western Oil Corvette just bumping in towards the start line. Great onboard cameras here at the Nitro Up North, that is for sure.
Hinshelwood ran a great 6.0 pass in that first round of racing. He gets the whole shot here against Frankie Taylor. He's driving away from the madman. He gets his first ever round victory. 584 at 403 kilometres per hour. Maurice Fabietti's got to be happy.
First round win for Mark Hinshelwood, 5.84, first 5-second pass. He's doing all right, the kid.
He's learning. It's taken a while. I've been bashing him around the head a few times, but I think it's finally getting in. He's doing an awesome job.
0.60 on the tree for Mark Hinshelwood. Not bad for a car he's only driven, what, less than 10 times?
No, I think it's about 11. So, no, he's done an awesome job. Kept it in his own lane, 5.84, 250. Fantastic.
Congratulations, mate. Head back to the pits and let him know how he went.
Thanks, bud. Thank you.
Well, that's a win that Mark Hinshelwood will remember for life. His first ever in Pro Slammer. Well, here's a guy that's going to get a win, Kelvin Lyle. He was slated to run up against Fennick, but of course Sam told the story. They broke the chassis, they won't be back. So Kelvin Lyle in the Mustang is going to get a solo pass, going to get 20 win points regardless. But what he wants to do is run a quick ET and see if he can get in amongst those bonus points for the quickest times.
Yeah, in that first round of racing, went 6.29 in a losing race. So he'll get his first win of the night here. He'll be looking to improve, trying to maybe dip into that 5-second zone.
See him just being guided in by one of his crewmen there. Will be just behind the stage beam, bring the revs up. There's the both lights on the Christmas tree. Launches. He's had to get on off the throttle again.
It was a big pedal. It still goes 6.16, 396 kilometres per hour there for Kelvin Lyle. What could it be? That was a big pedal for the team as well. He was off that throttle for a long time.
Let's have a look at it from outside. There you see how long it took him to settle that car, get it back straight, tromp back on the accelerator and head for home. Tell you what, I love that onboard shot we saw in the first instance because it really did show how much that car was moving around.
That it was. Next up, we've got the man, the legend, Victor Bray, taking on, well, the champ now, Paul Mouhayet.
6-time champion Victor Bray takes on 1-time champion Paul Mouhayet. The difference is that Paul's the current champion and just ran 5.77 in the first round of racing. Victor had only his second event back since returning to the driver's seat after a year of medical treatment, and he'll be looking for a win light. He'll be looking for a 5-second pass.
It's not often you say that Victor Bray's the underdog, but he is in this race. Paul Mouhayet came into this round of racing second in the points with the second quickest ET of that first round of racing. He had the win, got 27 points on board. Victor looking to get his first win of the night. He bumps it in. We can see Victor there in the 57 Chevy. Mouhayet in the lane, across from screen.
Yeah, Victor running for Gulf Western Oil, Century Battery, Speed Flow. Absolute fan favourite is the man in the Chevy. There was a little hole shot there for Bray, but Mouhayet just rounded him up real fast.
Yeah, 5.80, 402 kilometres per hour. He goes 2 from 2, Paul Mouhayet.
Big run for Paul Mouhayet. 2 wins from 2 down here with Glenn Davies from the Mouhayet's crew. Mate, he had to drive that thing. It was moving around.
Yeah, he did. It sounded like he had a big pedal at about 3/4 track. So, I mean, it went 250 miles, so we're back on track.
When the front wheels come up like that, Paul's not one to get out of it, but when it looks at the wall the way it did, you tend to have to, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, you can't steer with the front wheels in the air, so
you can't.
Got to wait for it to come down or get off.
Exactly, mate. You can't do it without the sponsors, though, can you?
No, you can't. Big shout out to Mouhayet, Mac and Komatsu. Thanks very much.
You could just see, once again, the might of that Mustang marching away from Victor Bray's 57 Chevrolet. Well, Mark, we know that Paul Mouhayet's in the final. He's got 2 wins from 2 starts, and he's got quicker ETs than Ben Bray, who's got 2 wins from 2 starts. John Zappia's out next. He's got to win, and he's got to run quicker than Bray to guarantee his spot beside Mouhayet.
I think so. I think you're right there, Rob. Looking at the mass, counting all the points on my fingers here. At the moment, it's Benny Bray. Paul Mouhayet would be in the final. This race will determine if it stays that way, or will it be John Zappia and Paul Mouhayet?
Or it could be Ben Bray and Paul Mouhayet if Zap A doesn't win, or B wins with a slow elapsed time. We know that's pretty unlikely with John Zappia. He's either fast or he's way out of control.
It's always spectacular. We know that for John Zappia taking on Emilio Spinozzi.
Yeah, the Speedmaster Chevelle. Spinozzi's been doing a great job in his first couple of events in Pro Slammer. But John Zappia, when you got him beside you, you know that you're going to have to bring your A game, your B game, your C game, and lump them all together.
They're out together, but John Zappia, he's going to streak away. 5.72. That's enough. That puts him into the final. Spinozzi with dramas just off the hit there. But John Zappia, Paul Mouhayet, they will be facing off in the final, Rob.
5.72. 5.72 is John Zappia's 2 elapsed times from 2 rounds of racing. The guy's on maximum points, and that is why just absolutely streaks right down the Hidden Valley quarter mile. Oh, it's going to be Zappia and Mouhayet, Rusty.
Well, it's a new season, but the story remains the same. Sounds like John Zappia versus Paul Mouhayet in the final round tonight here in Hidden Valley. Richard Zappia taking maximum points so far. It's been a good night.
Yeah, it's been a great night. We've had a few problems, but we've overcome, and we got a bit of a repair to do, I think. But yeah, we happy to get against Paul again and see where we go from here. It's a good way to start the season if we can take it off, and we'll be chasing each other all year. I'm pretty sure of it. And Sam Fennick and Steve Ham will be right on our tail as well, so it'll be a good season.
Here's the points after 2 rounds. John Zappia and Paul Mouhayet, they've got the top points. They go into the championship final. Ben Bray and Mark Hinshelwood, Frankie Taylor, Kelvin Lyle, all the way down the list. They will come out for round 3 and run for championship points that get added to their tally, and they could be very important come the end of the season. Stay with us. We're going to be back with round 3 and the championship final from Nitro Up North right after this short break.
Welcome back to Nitro Up North here at Hidden Valley in Darwin. I'm down here in the Pro Slammer pit area. Pro Slammer about to roll out for their third and final round, and one man who is in the championship final round is Paul Mouhayet, taking on your old mate John Zappia. Old sparring partners. It went on all last season, landing body blows on each other, and it's continued into the new season.
Nothing's changed, that's for sure. Look, we're going to go out there and do our best. Obviously, he's going to do the same and see what happens.
Now, he's got lane choice. He's run a little bit quicker than you in that last round, but you have gone quicker than, well, you've pretty much gone pretty much level pegging across the whole weekend. What's the aim for the final round? Because conditions are getting a fair bit more humid than what we used to, what we saw earlier on in the weekend.
Yeah, they are. They're tricky, and as long as the track's there, I guess I'm going to throw some at it and see if we can go down and go fast.
We are down to the business end of Nitro Up North, the first round of the 400 Thunder Pro Slammer Championship, coming to you from Hidden Valley Dragway up in Darwin. Big thanks to NT Motorsports and, of course, the Northern Territory Government for all of their support of this brilliant facility and the racing. Well, round 3, Emilio Spinozzi comes out with a long burnout, and then it's the king of the burnouts himself, Victor Bray, in the 57 Chevy for Gulf Western Oils, Mark.
How good is this all-run format? Getting to see the Pro Slammers 3 times in racing. I know the Elimination's got its special side in the sport here, Drax, but I do love this all-run format where we get to see these cars 3 times on track, competing in each of these rounds of racing. Victor Bray here on board, backing up after that burnout. He is the king.
It may be winter, but up here in the Northern Territory, it is still a warm Saturday night. It is well in the mid-20s. The humidity is up. I don't think there is one spectator that's gone home yet. They're all waiting for these finals, and this is the way we kick it off. Victor Bray up against Emilio Spinozzi. They're running for 20 points for the winner, 5 points for the loser. Gets added to their championship tally, so it's still very important. Although they can't take away the major win trophy from the night, it is still vital when you're thinking about a championship that's going to run right across the season.
It is, and Victor's still looking for that first round of victory here today. Can he get it on Emilio Spinozzi? Emilio also looking for a round victory. Both these guys have not won a race yet today.
I'd have to say that Victor, I think, will be pretty happy with the way he's settling back into the seat of this car. Comes out very nicely. Spinozzi's trying to go with him. This will be a Bray victory and a 5. He's done it, a 5.92 for Victor Bray. Gets the win over Spinozzi's 6.25.
He hasn't lost it, Victor Bray. 5.92. That's a great pass from the Gulf Western Oil team. He gets a win here on board. He gets his points started here in the season, the 2018-2019 season. Victor Bray, Emilio Spinozzi, not an event.
That is his first round win since coming back to the driver's seat. And I know that the entire team are just going to be so happy that, well, the man's back. There he is, Ben Bray, his son. Hey. He's high-fiving around the place. He'll go and get in his Corvette, but it's great to see Victor with a win. And Marty Dack, what a job. They've done a complete engine change. Missed round 2, but they've made it back to take on Daniel Gregorini in the scratch and match Camaro.
Yes, 2 teams from Western Australia here on track.
Look at that crowd at Hidden Valley. Fantastic support for the 400 Thunder Series up here.
Yeah, Marty Dack in that first round of racing got the win. Couldn't front for round 2. It's unlucky for the team. especially after getting the win. The car's been on fire so far this season, around 592 in round 1. Here he takes on Daniel Gregorini. Gregorini getting quicker each pass tonight so far.
But this is one of the beauties of this 3-round all-run system. They've been able to miss round 2, but come back in round 3 and have a chance of picking up 20 championship points, which will go in their tally. And as we've said, man, when you head into the Golf Western Oil Winter Nationals in June 2019, you're going to want every point you can under your belt.
Those bonus points are huge. They are massive when you calculate them over the 12 months of the racing season.
Well, nothing looking bad with Marty Dak's car this time. It's Gregorini with a problem, but Dak, he's across there for the win. 598, 385 kilometres an hour. What could have been if he could have made round 2?
Exactly. The consistent 590s from the team. You know what? You take away the positives from the event. The car was consistent. It was quick on track, you know, and he gets a bag of points as well. Daniel Gregorini with issues there.
Well, I think that Marty Dak will be a force to be reckoned with this season. But Rusty Gregory's with Victor Bray.
Victor Bray is back. He's back in black, and he's back into the 5s, mate. 592. Great run.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah, it felt really good that time. That's where we should have started the weekend. You know, we've had a few little gremlins. Cars only just been put back together, and you know, we did a couple of runs at the winners and sort of get the feel of things. And I'm finding it fast though, you know, like when I used to run, you'd run 5s every weekend, you sort of think to yourself, well, you know, this is what it feels like, but they're feeling really fast. So not only have I get the car going that fast, I've got to get used to going that fast, but no, it's great, glad we come up here. What a flat racetrack this thing is, you know, there's not a bump in it any of the way down there, and that's why you can go fast on it. And, yeah, I wish we'd been here at the start of the weekend, mate, it might have been a different story, and old Zappia and Mr. Mouhayet might have not been in the final.
Well, as Kelvin Lyle pulls up after his burnout in the Western Australian Mustang, I got to say it's fantastic to see Victor Bray back at the racetrack after overcoming serious health issues. And, well, he's going to be fun this season, as will Marty Dak, who looked to have a few problems in the braking area.
Not too bad. You had a bit of trouble just getting it stopped before the grass down there, mate.
Yeah, it seems to be the problem every time now. But anyway, yeah, with 598, it's all right. Missed the last round, had an engine problem, but back out here. Probably would have been 3 out of 3. Might have been going further, but that's how it works. The car's getting better.
Nice way to bounce back, mate.
Thanks, buddy. Cheers. Thanks, everyone.
Talking about bouncing back, Mark, I think it'll be Frankie Taylor that'll be looking to bounce back in this round.
Yeah, it's his final ever race on Australian soil for the time being. The Golf Western Oil team, Frankie Taylor, Kelvin Lyle on screen, the Direct Mining and Industrial Mustang there.
Yeah, Kelvin hasn't been able to get back into that 5-second zone this evening, but he's got the shot to do it here.
Yeah, both these drivers have got 1 win, 1 loss coming into this round of racing. Can Kelvin Lyle make it 2 from 3, or will it be Frankie Taylor making it 2 from 3?
Revs really build on the line. Frankie with a big jump over Lyle, and I don't think he was going to give that lead away. Frankie Taylor gets the winner, 589, 389 kilometres an hour. That is a strong performance to close out his Australian tour.
Yeah, have a look at the replay here. Side-on shot. He just drove away from Kelvin Lyle. That's a great way to finish off your Australian tour. 5.89 seconds.
There it is. Have a look at Taylor just running away. Man, that's got to be a happy American.
A very happy Frankie Taylor with me right now. He actually said to me as he pulls up, we finally got one. 589, mate. Congratulations.
Thank you. You know, everything we've been going through with the car, trying to, you know, get it all figured out and stuff, the Braves have been, you know, killer on me. You know what I'm saying? They've been drive it till you're safe, you know what I'm saying? Don't do nothing stupid. That's like, then Gulf Western Oils, I mean, this is great. So we got 1, 2 out of 3. So it's not too bad weekend. Hopefully, Victor won the last race, went 592, so at least I'm faster than Victor, at least.
We'll find out if you're faster than Benny shortly, mate. He's on the start line.
He certainly is, and Ben Bray will be taking on this man. It's Mark Hinchelwood in the cockpit of the AC Delco Monaro. Here comes Bray for Gulf Western Oil, Century Batteries, Speed Flow.
Yeah, Benny Bray has gone 2 wins from 2 starts, so it's a pretty good start to the season for this team. He's just seen his teammates go 592, 5.89. He's got to be feeling pretty confident in this round of racing, Rob.
Yeah, certainly, but he's also seen the fact that Mark Hinchelwood has just claimed a win and run into the fives, and he knows that Maurice Fabietti tunes up a very, very fast hot rod. So I don't think you'll find Ben taking any chances here.
Not at all. 5.84 in round 2 of racing for Mark Hinchelwood. That got him his first ever victory here in Pro Slammer. Can he go 2 from 3? Can he stop Benny Bray? We see the AC Delco Monaro onboard shots here.
You see the crew member there waving the door. That's to get a little bit of that tyre smoke out of the cabin to improve the vision. Crews will call their drivers forward.
One thing about Hinchelwood, he's not scared to have a chop at the tree. You know, he went red first round, but second round was a killer light as well.
Yeah, one under, one over. Let's see where he comes out here. Benny Bray wants 3 wins from 3 starts if he can get it. Oh, he won't. He's gone red by 13 thousandths of a second. Gets off the throttle. Hinchelwood gets another win.
Hinchelwood 2 from 3 in his debut event in the AC Delco Monaro, 5.96. Gets the win. Benny Bray goes 2 from 3 as well. But the red light on board here for the Gulf Western team, he was taking it to that tree. It didn't really matter in the end. He overpowered the track, had a bit of shake, buttoned her off.
Yeah, you watch it on the replay there, and bang, tyre shake, out of shape. He had to lift the foot off the throttle. He knew he'd red lit, so there's no point getting back on the gas. And it was then just a cruised on down the racetrack for Mark Hinchelwood.
We had a bunch of red lights this weekend in Pro Slammer. The drivers really taking it to the tree, you know, looking for that advantage.
Yes.
Hinchelwood comes out of the AC Delco Monaro.
Thank you so much for doing a wonderful job all weekend. Thank you.
It is warm down here, and the officials just hand over a cold bottle of water to the drivers straight away. And believe me, it is really appreciated as those guys climb out of the cabin.
That would be the humidity here, killer in the Northern Territory. Have a look at the smoke, Rob.
Look at the smoke from this car of John Zappia's, the Fuchs Monaro. It is puffing like a steam train.
It's unusual for the team. Paul Mouhayet in the other lane, the defending, the reigning Pro Slammer champion here in the 400 Thunder Series.
I think that's John Zappia right of screen, but I'm not sure. Could be a bushfire. Have a look at it from the in-car. Man, that's pinched a ring or something. Well, if it's pinched a ring, it'll clear up on the launch. If it's something more serious, he could be shut down here. They'll be having a close look at this. If there's any oil coming out of that car, he will be shut down on the start line.
Yeah, John Zappia, you don't see that too often at all from this team.
In the burnout, it was still puffing. It wasn't totally clear. As I say, if it pinched a ring on you can see it all out of that one pipe. If it's pinched an oil ring, there's every chance there's oil getting past that at idle, etc., etc. But it should clear up on when the throttle's open. But even in the burnout, it looked a bit of a worry mark.
Yeah, definitely. In the vision on track for both drivers a little bit impaired now as well.
Vision for the what about the vision for the cameras?
What about the
vision?
crowd? The crowd wants to see this.
There are no mosquitoes left at Hidden Valley Dragway. Have a look at that from the Fuchs Denani Hotshots HQ.
He knows it's not Mario Kart, right? You're going to leave the oil in the engine.
Oh, man. I don't know. It's John Zappia. He could blow it up or he could run a world record time. You never know. Look at the smoke as he brings the revs up. Really not clearing yet.
It's cleared.
Oh, it's cleared all right.
We know nothing. It is John Zappia streaking away. He gets the win at the opening round of the season. 5.73, Rob.
5.73, laying down a smoke trail that, well, anyone would be proud of at a burnout contest.
Paul Mouhayet with issues in the car. We haven't seen that from Mouhayet all season.
Got some shake there, had to pedal it, and by then he saw that John Zappia was streaking away. Well, Zapp is going to lead the championship.
The season starts off in a blazing fashion here. John Zappia, the winner for the first round of the Pro Slammer Championship.
Indeed, it was John Zappia that got the win and a 5.73. Congratulations, John Zappia, winner of Nitro Up North in Pro Slammer, mate. And with that win, you take the championship lead for the new season. Congratulations.
Yeah, we've started the right way this time. The Fuchs, Denani Monaro, it's been going well. First couple of runs yesterday were a bit, couldn't get down the track, but then we went 5.71, 72, 72, and I think a 73 on that one. But we needed to change a piston and ring before the second round. We thought it'd be all right, and it was, but then we started up for the warm-up for that last run, and it started to smoke out the other side. We had one on number 4, and then next minute there's one smoke on the other side. And I'm thinking, I saw all the smoke when I backed up from the burnout. I thought, I've got to drive through that. It's like bad enough to trying to see as it is, but it cleared away, and as soon as it was on full power, I don't think it smoked too much, and the car just went like clockwork again. So really happy for the team. Our turnaround's a bit tight to pulling heads off and doing it. You know, we would have had to if we would have, but we would hate to have missed the round. So we took a chance and it paid off.
Congratulations, mate. New championship leader in Pro Slammer.
Let's have a look at those standings in Pro Slammer after the first round. John Zappia takes away the championship lead, 116 points. Paul Mouhayet, the defending champion, on 99 points in second place. Hinshelwood, the rookie, in third. Frankie Taylor, fourth. Benny Bray rounding out the top 5 in the Team Bray Corvette there. What a start to the season for Pro Slammer.
And of course, the season continues at Sydney Dragway for the East Coast Thunder on November 2 and 3 with every professional category of 400 Thunder racing. We are talking Pro Bike, Top Bike, Pro Stock, Pro Alcohol, Pro Slammer, and of course those amazing Top Fuel dragsters. 400 Thunder, Sydney Dragway. See you there.